Welcome back. So yesterday I shared with you all what I received in my June Boxycharm base box. But today I want to kind of do something a little different. And I've never done this, but I want to actually try on the products that I received regarding the makeup products. The hair product I have not had a chance to use because, like I said yesterday, when I filmed, that I would have to wash my hair to see how this product performs, which I'll probably be doing this weekend. That's the plan. But I am going to try the other products in my box to see how they perform, which is the eyeshadow palette I received, the Beauty Bakery setting setting powder, the Mud Masky eye cream, and the Basic Beauty lip oil. So we're going to start off by using the lip oil because I love lip oils. And I like for my lips to be hydrated at night and while I'm applying my makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some lip oil so it can kind of be hydrated before I apply any other product on my lip after. Oh, I like this oil. I like it. It's not too oily. Like that running, you sometimes you can get a lip oil and it's just like an actual running oil, but I like the way this feels. I'm gonna put some on the nightstand by my bed in my room. I like this. Okay, so I've already primed my eyes and I use my e.l.f. hydrating concealer in the shade Fair Warm to prime my eyes. I want it to be on a little bit of the lighter, brighter shade since this palette is a nude palette with a lot of light neutral colors, so I wanted to do that. So I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit so you all can see what I'm doing with my eyeshadow look today. Okay, so I think that should be pretty good. So I'm going to just make sure my concealer is smooth out again before I start applying any eyeshadow to it. But I think I may need a little bit more of this concealer. It's looking kind of like transparent and really it's not as full coverage as I wanted, because I like to make sure my eyeshadows stick and pop. So I'm not going to use the e.l.f. sponge. I'm going to use this little yellow sponge. It's a little drier than the e.l.f. one, and I feel like the moisture from it kind of thinned out the coverage from the concealer. Okay, so that should do it. Okay, so now I want to start with I don't know what look I want to do, but let's start with this peachy shade here. And I want to put this in my crease. I'm going to do something simple. Again, when I'm going to work, it's a lot of times like 2 shades, no more than 3. But I'm going to start out with that shade and start placing it in my outer V. And I did not set my lid area because I want it to stick and the color payoff shows on top of the concealer that I used to prime my lids with. I'm just going in like C motions, just kind of dapping and stamping that color in my outer V. It's a pretty color though. And now I'm lightly blending and doing the same thing in circular motions, blending out that shade that I just placed on my outer V. The formula is pretty good. I can say that much. It's not giving me any trouble blending, and it's really not any fallout with this shade. And I'm just going like dragging it down to the frontal portion of my eye, the inner corner. I like that color. So let's place it on the other eye. And by the way, I'm using a crown brush. It does not have a name on the brush, it just says crown brush. I think I received this in a Boxycharm as well a while back. It's a really soft blending brush. I'm doing the same thing, just kind of stamp it. And now I'm going to take a little bit more and then just blend. And blending my circular motions and drag windshield wiper motions down to the inner corner of my eye. It's a pretty shade though. It matches my skin tone. I like it. So we're going to just dabble a little more on each eye and just kind of blend. Now it's not a really, really deep shade, so I'm not looking for a real dark, deep payoff. I just want a nice coverage on my lid in my outer V of my eye. I'm just blending a little bit in circular motions with what's left on the brush. Nice circular motions. I like that. The payoff is looking really, really good. I think I need a little more payoff right here, the same as this eye. Let's see how we can fix this. Okay. I'm just going to blow it out on that outer V. That's pretty. I like it. I still think I'm missing a little bit. Maybe it's just the angle of my mirror and then the lighting. Maybe that's it. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's see. And I'm just lightly packing it into that crease so it can be deep just a little bit. Now, let me see, what else I want to try. I'm not sure what else I want to do, what shimmer shade I want to use. I like that payoff though, I really like it. So, how about we try to do something more on the matte side? Because I love some glitters. But I want to try something a bit different today. I think I want to go in with this shade here and put on my lid to do it all matte look and see how that turns out. And I'm going to take this Morphe number 2 brush. Maybe I need a wider brush that won't take all day to pack this matte shadow on my eyelid. I'm trying to find one. Okay, let's take this one. We're going to use this Urban Decay dual-ended brush, this flat side. And again, take that light shade next to the lightest one. I'm going to take that one and place it all over my lid. How it's going to turn out, I don't know, because I love shimmers, but we're going to work this thing out today. That actually doesn't look bad. just going to pack a little bit more. And I'm just going up my crease with it. I actually like it. It's really pretty. Oh, my eyes always itching when I do this. So now I'm gonna take my Morphe 535 and blend out these edges of this shade that I used to begin with to blend out the harshness. This is actually nice. I do like it. And I rarely ever do matte looks. So back in with my Norm. This shade here, so I can set this concealer on top of from my brow bone down to my transition shade. And you know, I like that stamping motion. And then I'll start blending once I get the product on my eye. And then we're gonna blend. I actually like this. It's like really nice, elegant, matte, no shimmers. But I still love my shimmers though. But I am feeling this look. So I'm going to go back in with this same shade we used to start out with. And I just want to put a little bit more back into my crease. Oh, I done took my fingernail on one of them shadows. But I want to put a little more back in my crease. Just to put the wash of color back in there where I just blended out my brow area. Brow bone area. And I'm using this same Morphe brush. I actually like it. I'm really liking this look. It's really nice and pretty. So I'm going to clean up from under my eye. Then I'm going to zoom you guys in so you all can see the final eyeshadow look, and then I'll go off camera, do the rest of my makeup, and then come back and show you guys the final look. Okay, so let's zoom you guys in. I like the look. The eyeshadows are not patchy at all. It's a really good formula. It's not a really pigmented palette, and I didn't expect that because of the colors that are in this palette. They're really light, nudie shades, but I do like the formula. I'm going to try the shimmers out next time I do an eyeshadow look with it, or I may just pop some in my inner corner. I'll let you guys know when I return. But I'm going to go ahead and go off camera, finish the rest of my face, and I'll be back to show you guys my final look. See you guys in a few. Okay, I am back with the finished eyes. I applied my liner and my lashes. So next, I want to go in with the Mud Masky. I know I saw something with my full face, but I realized that I did not use this product prior to going off camera. So I want to take the time to use this Mud Masky, which is the eye cream that came in my Boxycharm that I'm really interested in trying. So I'm going to place a little bit on my ring finger and pat it and kind of, oh, it feels really nice. And rub it softly under my eye area. And I like to put in my eye products right here in the crease of my nose. Only because that's a sensitive area to me as well. And I realize I put a lot of product on my finger. It's real it's real moisturizing. You know, like the product says, it's really moisturizing. So again, I'm just going to drag it under my eye. And this is how I like to keep my under eye hydrated. I use a lot of moisturizers on my skin to keep it hydrated before I apply any foundation or powder anything on my face. I like to make sure that it's hydrated really, really well. That's really nice. I actually like that. And I think the retail value was like $60-something. I believe the card read on yesterday. But I do like it. I do like it. So, this feels really good under the eye area. So I like that. You can see it looks like it's moisturized. It doesn't look dry under my eye area. I have a little puffiness going on this morning because I have really, really bad allergy. But I really do like the feel of it. So I'm going to definitely go back off camera now that I've applied this to my under eye area. Now I'm going to do my base, and I will be back. And then we'll use the Beauty Bakery powder, setting powder, and I have translucent to see how it performs when setting the skin. And I'll see you guys in a bit. So I am back. I know this is going to be kind of a lengthy video, but I do apologize. But I want to come back on and do my contouring, bronzing, and highlighting with you guys so I can use this setting powder. But I did, for my foundation today, I used my Becca Ultimate Coverage in the shade Olive. And this is my first time using this. This was actually a previous Boxycharm selection a couple of months back as well. But I just never had a chance to use it. So we're going to do that so I can hurry up and finish getting ready for work. So I'm going to take this little Sephora VIB Rogue brush. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And blend out my contour areas. And I used to contour this morning my which stick is this? Black Radiance contour stick in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I love this color to contour with because it's not too deep. It's like a nice tan color for me, and bronze it up a little bit. And I'm just going to go around my forehead area and blend out the bronzing color. I'm just trying to make sure it's lightly blended well, but I don't want to separate these allergies, but I don't want to separate the product, my face foundation and stuff. Now when I place my highlight, I do let it sit a little bit so it'll give me the additional full coverage that I'm looking for on my face, because these darn allergies. When I'm doing my highlighting, I don't like that runny concealer because sometimes it runs so far it tends to mess up my other face makeup, and I don't like that. I like for it to kind of sit still when I'm blending it out and stuff like that. So now I'm going to take my Elf, I believe it's Elf, Total Face Sponge, and blend out my highlighted areas. Once I blended my chin, I go up kind of where I would chisel out with my setting powder, just lightly, with what's left from being blended. So it's not white, you can just see the highlighted portion of it where it cuts out that contour stick, contour shade. Then I'll go ahead and do my forehead. And I keep it pretty much in that area so it can continue to stay highlighted without my whole forehead being white, taken away from my contour shade. So we'll go ahead and blend down the nose. And again, I let it sit for a couple of seconds or so, maybe a minute at least, while I'm blending out my contour. So it makes it easier for me to blend out the concealer. So now I'm going to start with under my eye area. And under my eye, I used the Milani foundation. And then I topped it with the Tarte Tape Shape. The Milani foundation I used, trying to get it for you guys while I do this, trying to multitask. I used in the shade Sand Beige. Because I don't want that really white look today. The extra brightness, but I do want to look like it's kind of on the brighter side, but not too bright. So I'll just continue to blend that. And then what I do when I place this, I place it with a little eyeshadow brush, so it's not a whole lot of product. And then I topped it with my Tarte Tape Shape in the shade Fair Light Neutral to brighten it up just a little bit. But I like the coverage of the Milani because it doesn't dry out. Because I find that when I use the Tarte Shape Tape by itself, my whole under eye will be like extremely dry. So now I think I've blended the highlighting areas of my face pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and use this translucent powder, Beauty Bakery that came in my box. And I'm trying to get my brush. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place brush. And it's a little dirty from the powders yesterday. And I'm just going to dip a little bit, take off the excess, and set my under eye area. And this is important to me. I use a brush. I don't use my sponge for my under eye area. Because again, I'm over the age of 40. It's a delicate area. And it's easy for my fine lines to really be, showing. And I try to eliminate them as much as possible. I can't get away from it completely. But I do try to make sure I don't apply a whole lot of powder under my eye area. Now, I apply the powder on the rest of my face, but my under eye area, I try to keep it pretty much a light, with light powder products. This powder is like really good. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see. I don't know if it's too bright or what, but this powder is like really good under my eye. Oh wow, I like it. It's setting really good. Okay, Beauty Bakery. So let's go ahead and just highlight the other areas of my face. Set. Where I put the highlighting, where I highlight with the concealer and the foundation to highlight. So now what I do is, I have those areas pretty much set. I like to go with the same powder, and when I go back in my forehead area, I brush across my brows. Because I like to set my brows. Because again, I have like really oily skin. This powder, I hope you guys receive it, because this powder is like really good. I'm liking how it looks under my eye area. So now what we're going to do, we're going to bring some more color and definition back to my face. Because I feel like it's flat, but it's perfect with everything running together. So what I'm going to do now, this is my Ben Nye powder in the shade Beige Suede. I have in this container because the little containers that it comes in, it's like so hard for me to kind of use a brush or anything to get the powder on my face. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. complexion brush, and I like this because it's like a more fiberish type brush, and it doesn't apply a lot of product. And I'm just going to put it here, and then I like to, again, I'm all in the way, take the most of the powder off, and then set where it brings back that medium beige back to my complexion. I'm doing the same thing for this side. And then I drag it down my neck to set any foundation that I have, you know, pulled down with my brush. And then I'll go in with a little bit more on my forehead. And this just to bring back that warm medium beige shade that's my complexion. And I will not go under my eye area. And you can see how it kind of brought back some life to where I bronzed that. And we're going to go back in with another powder to kind of bring my bronzing color back to life as well. So the next thing I'll do, I'll take this, and it's actually in a luxurious place container. This is the Graftobian bronzing powder. And again, it's in a container, but the container's kind of like on the bigger side where it's easy to waste it out. So I stuck it in this container because it's easy for me. It's a deeper shade. And I just take like the littlest bit, the tiniest amount, perfect wording, and just kind of place it where I was contouring at, and then lightly blend to bring back that contour look into my skin. Beautiful. Same thing for the other side. Stamp it where you want it, because I don't stamp it all the way down because I don't want this dark line going all the way down my face, but I do want it to be shown at the very tip of where I start bronzing, and then I fluff it down my face to how I want it to look. So, and then kind of just go around. I don't use any more product. I just kind of go around with what's already on the brush and then bronze that way. This little jazzy curl, it won't even curl this morning, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be just like this until I get off work today. And what I'm doing now is just blending these edges so it's not a harsh line like poop and go straight across my face. And I'm just doing this bottom area. Like I said, I'm not adding any more product because I don't need any more product on here, because I don't want it to be too pigmented where it stands out and then I can't blend it. So I'm just making sure it's blended in with my hairline, so it's not that cut off box. So that is beautiful. I love it. So next I'm gonna go in with my blush. I really have to do another shop my stash this weekend because I have this drawer right here on my vanity, my desk vanity, whatever I put together. And I have products in here that I go to all the time, and I do not switch up. So I'm going to go in this morning with my Juvia's Place Serafina blush. And I've been loving this blush. It's a nice peachy tone blush. And I'm just going to do that, the norm, and place it on my cheek. This is a really pretty shade. It matches this eye look today. And lightly blend. Now I stay away from my under eye area after I've set it. I try not to do anything else, put anything else on it. So I'm going to actually go back in today with my Benefit small palette because I love the highlighting. And we're going to use the Gold Rush again and the Cookie shade to bring out that blush and highlight a little bit. And let's stick a little bit in this forehead area, down my nose. We're going to take Cookie by itself and place it directly on my nose. I like that look. I know people moved away from it, but I still like it. This oil, lip oil, is nice. It's really nice. So I think that looks really, really good. Now I'm going to take this little brush and kind of make my eyebrows more natural and just kind of flick them a little bit on the outer portion of them so they can be more as natural as possible. We don't have that sharp line where they just cut off. This look is coming together like really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm sorry, you guys. Please forgive me with this allergy going on. So I'm definitely going to jump back off, do my lower lash line, because that's going to take a couple of minutes to save a little video time. And I'll be back to show you all the very finished final look. See you guys in a bit. Okay, I am back with the final look. And I like how everything came together. I like the way the products worked. The oil is a yes, yes, and yes for your lips. The eye cream, I like it. I really like it. I like how it hydrated under my eyes. My eyes felt really, really moisturized when I used it. So I'll definitely be keeping that on top of my desk so it can be an everyday product used for me for my under eye. Like I said, I'm over 40 and I try to make sure my skin is like really, really hydrated, especially with the fine lines under my eyes with my age. Okay, so on to the powder. The powder is definitely a must, a really must. That powder is like really, really good. And this eyeshadow palette, I love it. Like I said, the colors are really light, but they are so pretty. And like I said, if you want to go for a everyday nudie tone down look, this is the perfect palette. I love these shades. I'm going to do more looks with this palette because I love my shimmers. I did not have a chance to use them today because I'm pressed with time trying to get out for work. But this palette is so pretty. I'm glad that I chose this product for my June Boxycharm. This is like really pretty. The quality of the shadow is really, really good. The other thing I did was I used my Wet n Wild Liquid Cat Suit. This is in the shade Peach something, my look. I don't know. I need my glasses on. But this is the shade here. And I think it goes well with the look. It's a pinky, peachy type, nudie liquid lipstick. So I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can get a closer look of what my face looks like after everything has been applied. This is the pretty lips. I like that color. It's really pretty. It's more like it says it's a lipstick, but it's, okay, hot shine lipstick, right up my alley. So, this is the rest of the face. You can see the under eye area is looking pretty good. The eyes are like super duper pretty. And I normally don't go for matte looks, but I really, really do like this matte look. I love it. So, like I said, I'm going to be doing more looks with this. And as soon as I receive my premium, I will be sure to share it with you all. I'm going to be sharing other hauls and items that I purchased that I've been receiving in the mail over the last couple of days. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have not done so already, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel and become a part of my YouTube family. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.